So what we're going to do is we're just going to head back home, drop off all the stuff, and go into the next nether fortress. Hey, I've got a new flatmate, it seems. How did you spawn it? Ow! How did you hit me? That really hurt, fella. Or lady. Okay, I've got a new flatmate, it seems, but he doesn't seem friendly. Okay, just got to fight fire with fire sometimes. Okay, take care of... There we go. Tree's not on fire, but I am. Better eat up so I don't die. Goodness me, what a start. Right, so sometimes you just got to make a hole in the wall in order to get through. So we're going to be... I've dropped off all my stuff at the at my base, and this is the nether fortress at my base. And I'm heading out to the west side, I believe. I think that's the direction I'm heading. And I'm just going to see if there's any more nether fortresses, oh, excuse me, out this way. And hopefully you can find somewhere, because we've only got 2 more blocks of obsidian to go. And it's taking a bit of a long time. I think I've been to about 3 or 4 different fortresses. And either they've had 2 chests with not very much in it, or 10 chests with not very much in it. So I'm not wanting this series to last forever, because there's only so much nether forts you can watch of someone running through and collecting chests. I mean, there's other things I'd like to be doing. It doesn't necessarily have to be a part of this world, but I certainly would like to do some things. But we're just going to see what's over here. And that looks like a bit of a drop just beyond that. Is that nether brick? It is! Yeah, it's nether brick right there. I cannot believe we found it. I'm sorry, I'm just flabbergasted by how close this is. Goodness me, this is I'm going to start digging down, because with it's so close. I don't believe it. Okay, what we need to do here is put a little arrow. That way I know which way is home, because I just realized I haven't been putting down torches. So there we go. We have the arrow, lit up arrow up on the hill. There we go, pointing this way, back to home, back eastward. And we're going to dig our way down this way here. It's important to be able to get back home. The number of times and I'm sure that other people have been in the nether and thought, I'm just going to go for a little wander. I'll be just gone for a minute. It won't be too far from where I am right now, and then have gotten absolutely lost in the nether. I'm sure of more than I could count, or anyone could count. The nether is deceivingly repetitive with all the red nether rack everywhere, so you do have to be very careful that you don't get yourself lost in the nether. But that's another video for another day. I'm sure there are methods of finding your way back home, especially if you've lost your nether portal. Not that I that's something I need to look into, and I've been told make a video about it, but I haven't done it just yet. Well, it looks like a decent sized nether fortress, and we want the nether fortress with the roofing, because that's where the chests spawn. Open nether fortresses aren't going to be very useful for us, because they don't spawn any chests. Not that I've seen. Okay, just going to drop in here. I'm guessing that's going to be a dead end. The amount of nether fortresses I've seen, it's becoming very, very repetitive, and you learn everything there is in a nether fortress. I'm eager to see what the update will bring. And ooh, look at that. That's the chest. That's the chest right there. Okay. That's the one. No, it's not. Okay, I'll take the gold and I'll break the chest. I don't need the saddles. Thank you very much, but I'm fine for saddles. Well, that was very easy. Right, so what's been happening with me right about now? You know what I tried? I tried something. I've been, I wouldn't say eager, but interested to try in. It's plant-based meat. Okay, iron ingot and golden horse armor. 2 things I don't really need. Iron-based meat? No, plant-based meat. I think the product it's an exclusive to a shopping centre that we have, a supermarket I should say, called Woolworths, and it was called Next Gen 2 Plant-Based Meat, or something along those lines. And we were wanting to find, I guess, healthier, quote-unquote, in quotations, healthier meat substitutes, low-fat options. And so we came across this in the supermarket, and it did look like meat patties to some degree. So I figured I want to try it just once, just so I know what it looks like. And it was a pack of 4 for $8. And the wife, she wanted to try a chickpea-based patty for burgers. And as she said today, while we were talking on the phone, she says, my patty wasn't pretending to be anything other than a chickpea patty, where your synthetic meat was vegetables pretending to be patties. And I thought, well, I can't argue with that. But she liked her chickpea patty. And I to be honest with you, I'm going to be completely honest here. The plant-based, oh, more gold, I don't believe it. And gold horse summer. I'm the wealthiest guy, that is for sure. The plant-based meat patty that I had was very enjoyable. Diamonds and gold. I don't believe it. I am so wealthy. And flint and steel. Okay, well, not much else I can do there. Oh, okay, dead ends to... I think that's the way I came. So yeah, I had it, and I fried it up in a frying pan, put it in a burger, and I had a burger bun with the lettuce, tomato, a bit of cheese, and some sauce with it as well. And yeah, ate that up. The wife liked her chickpea one. I liked my plant-based meat. The texture was pretty darn close to mincemeat, and I must admit the flavour was almost there too, but from the amount of sauce that I added, it was a bit hard to tell. So today I might just, I want to try it just by itself without anything. I did try picking a piece out of the actual patty, but I want to actually fry up a patty by itself and just cut it up and eat it that way and not have anything else hiding with it to disguise the flavour. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. It was their quote-unquote new and improved flavour, so you know what, it was certainly an experience. And the product, the brands that my wife got with the chickpea, apparently they had a beetroot one. Oh, gold armor and iron and flint and steel. Sorry, they had a beetroot one that apparently looked a bit more like meat. So I'm wanting to give that a go for one reason and one reason only. This vegetable-based meat patty had 20% fat. I couldn't believe it, and I can't believe I got more diamonds than gold. It was 20% fat, and I was like, if this is meant to be vegetable base, that is a lot of fat. Since when is there that much fat in vegetables? So I was quite shocked by that. I must admit, I did not want to be eating. I've had leaner beef than that. I know the whole vegetable, synthetic meats and vegetable-based meats. The argument that I find most appealing, besides having it being healthier, is less damaging to the environment from the amount of resources like water and grain that the cattle have to eat, as well as the amount of methane that they produce for the environment. The amount of methane that they produce in the environment. So, but ideally, I'd like to be eating a substitute meat that's not going to be more fattening than actual meat. And I know that there's a difference between saturated and unsaturated, and then you've got the other ones too that I forget what it is. Okay, nether wart. I don't need any nether wart, that's for certain. But yeah, it's. I was just absolutely astonished that there was that much fat in a vegetable patty. I want to send them a message saying, is there going to be send the company an email saying, is there going to be a lean version of the patty for those who are weight conscious? Because I had a work meeting today, so I walked there, got a good hour's walk there, but my golly, my tummy is getting bigger and bigger, and it doesn't help that I've got a truckload of toffee that I made that was meant to be fudge that I have to eat now because no one wants it. I could just throw it out, but if I have a little bit each day, it's not going to go off. Okay, not really much to look in that chest there. There have been a few chests in this nether fortress, I must admit, but again, absolutely no gosh darn. What am I looking for? Obsidian, which is really what I need, but I don't think I've explored everything just yet, so we're going to keep going. Right there. Right, okay, another thing I'm going to bring up, something that I don't want people to be worried about, because it's not that important really, it doesn't affect you. It affects me though. It's this whole YouTube demonetization thing. Now, when YouTube updated and had this whole automatic thing to make YouTube and monetized content more PC and friendly and less kind of controversial, and it's been a right brouhaha, I'll give you that. A lot of the YouTubers that I were watching who put out nice content, yes, they might say a swear word here and there, and their topics were let's just say adults, and that's perfectly fine. Adults are going to talk about adult things. But my channel, I mean, I take pride in the fact that I don't swear, and I take pride in the fact, oh, a blaze spawner. Oh, and I love a little glowstone entryway. Is anything going to spawn? No, actually, I don't think I need that right about now, so I'm going to leave. But I take a lot of pride in trying to make sure that my content is very calming and down to earth and not really dealing with heavy, intense things. Okay, I don't want to deal with that blaze spawner right about there, so I'm just going to block that off. Got another staircase covered in lava like in the last time I recorded. I don't know what on earth's going on up there, but I want to have a look in case that leads to anything. But yeah, there's enough doom and gloom in the world. We don't need any more. And we don't... Jeez, that was close. And we don't need any more, I guess, aggressive YouTubers. I know that there are certainly... That's the thing, like the cool guy kind of hardcore look. It's not for me. It's not my way of life. But yeah, I have YouTube videos that I upload and they get demonetized. They must pick up something from the way I talk that sounds like a swear word, like darn. They might hear that as the other word that I'm substituting it for. And to be honest with you, it's not that bad of a word, but you never know with YouTube's algorithms how everything works, so I just want to play it safe. And I mean, I have worked in childcare before, so I'm very precarious. I'm very careful with how I talk because I don't want to be, I certainly don't want to say a swear word in front of children. And it shocks me today. I'll be out on the street and a bit of a dead end down here, isn't it? And there'll be people just walking around and with young families, and then other people in the street just cursing their heads off in front of kids. I'm thinking, goodness me, you don't need to be using these swear words around kids. I don't understand it, but you know what? It takes all sorts. And I shouldn't be judging others, that's for certain. So always live and let live. If they want to use whatever words they want, then they can go right ahead and use whatever words they so desire. I certainly have no place to say you can do this or you can't do this. Live how you want to live. Just be happy, look after yourselves, and be nice to other people. That's my principles right about there. Okay, just going to block that off. I didn't do a very good job of it, so I thought I'd add 2 rows. But yeah, getting back to demonetization, because I did digress then, and I kind of got sidetracked. I uploaded a video most recently, it was very weird what happened. It was scheduled to come out in a week's time, and that's perfectly fine. I don't mind, waiting, because that was my schedule choice, no one else's. So of course it was fine. I chose it, and I remember that when it finished uploading and processing, and I filled out all the information, and I hit schedule for a week, come out in a week, it said this video has been demonetized, and I was like, okay, it's fine. That's YouTube's auto system just doing what it does. I clicked on a manual review, just to make sure that they can watch the video and make sure that there's nothing terrible in the video. And sure enough, a couple of days later, I was given a green $sign, and it was like, okay, good to go. This has got full monetization and is no longer demonetized. So I was like, that's nice, that's good. Thank you very much, YouTube. And then a couple of days later, the video was scheduled. It came out on the scheduled date. And the weird thing is, as soon as it became scheduled, oh dear, another trio dead ends. How boring. Sorry, this hasn't been a very interesting video. I do apologize about that. But the video did come out, and as soon as it came out, it was demonetized again. I was like, well, this is very peculiar. So I've put it through I've requested another manual review. Oh, I don't want to fall down there. Play it safe. So hopefully they'll get that sorted out quickly, because and after 50 views or so, that's my viewership kind of dies down, and any chance of getting any revenue is pretty much made obsolete then. So I hope they do it quickly. Otherwise, the however many cents that I may be getting per video will be rendered gone. And granted, that those cents aren't the things that's keeping me living and breathing. I do have a primary source of income, but I just would like to be able to get the money. Sorry, I got sidetracked then. I was just thinking, I'd like to be able to get any money from my ads. If I can get it, I'd be very appreciative. And if I could do YouTube as a full-time thing, that would be amazing to have enough money coming in. But those are only early days now, isn't it? I mean, I've only been on YouTube since 2006, but back then you didn't get paid for it full stop. So, ooh, okay, a lot of evil behind. Oh, actually, no, just a blaze. That was a zombie pigman behind there. So you couldn't get money when you started YouTube back in the day. But my idea was I'd get a lot of attention and I would get a sponsorship or something like that, but that never came to be either. But that's okay. Life has a way. When you're ready, and the universe says you're ready, then it will happen. But until then, you can't be blaming anybody, or you can't be blaming anything else for if something doesn't go the way you want it to. You just got to know that it takes times for these things to happen. And for me to wait 13 years to see a paycheck from YouTube, that's 13 years. It's not that long. I could get away with but people have been put in jail for longer, for goodness sakes. But you know what? That's life. You can't be mad about it. It's just the way it is. It's not within my realm of control, so there's no point getting mad. Anyway, speaking of getting mad, I'm hoping you remember. You know, I've already explored everything here. I'm just going to leave and go back home, hoping you remember my little story about the lost mobile clip that I was using that I told you I found last episode. And I was talking about a sock that I lost. It seems so bizarre, but a couple of years ago, more than a couple of years ago, 5-6 years ago, I had a sock. And the way I keep my socks is that I have 15 pairs of the exact same socks, so I don't have to worry about matching them. And they're all the same, so I just grab the socks, pair them all together, and don't have to worry about finding them. And one of them went missing, and I had a sock that was without a friend for months, and it just sat in my drawer, so lonely. And eventually I found it hidden behind the washing machine. I think it was, I forget. It was very bizarre, because I usually check behind there if I'm missing a piece of clothing, and I didn't find it the first time. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not too sure what happened to it. But eventually I found it, and was able to pair the socks together, and everything was good for a week. And then, ouchie, and then a week later, I lost another sock. And I did lose my cool that time, because I'd been without a sock. I'd been missing a sock. I almost drank my potion by mistake there. I'd been out of sock for months, and I was very upset to have lost this sock again. And so I'd just done the laundry, and everything had gone through off the clothesline, and it was all in the washing basket. And I was storming around the house going, I can't have lost this sock. I've just found it again. And my wife is like, well, it's gone. There's nothing you can do about it. Just look, where was it? And I was like, I've literally just had it in the laundry basket, put it in the washing machine, put it then on the clothesline, and now it's gone. Where could it have gone? And it was getting to the point where I was getting so mad, I was ready to pull up the carpet to find this gosh darn sock again. And turns out, after about 2 hours of me looking for it, because the more I look for it, the angrier I get, after about 2 hours, I found out, oh, hello, what are you doing there? My wife was wanting to do the laundry while she was in bed, because this was at night time. And so she had taken one of my socks, and it had gotten underneath the doona. And my it was like I was pulling the doona off in frustration, like, it's gotta be somewhere. And there it was, underneath the doona on the bed. And I was like, what is it doing there? And she goes, oh, I'd started the laundry and I must have just put it down there, because usually I do my clothes and she does her own clothes. Well, that's not true. I help her with her clothes as well. And she has done my clothes in the past, but I'm very particular with how I fold everything and have everything put away. So on occasion she will fold things for me and I'll put them away, but most of the time I just do my own stuff. I found the sock, thank heavens. But I do need to buy new socks. I know, what an exciting topic, buying new socks, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. What I really want is really thick, comfortable socks for underneath my feet. Short socks, I should say, for the summertime. That way it provides a lot of padding, because my feet, I used to do a lot of walking. I'm doing a lot more walking again, but my feet, I do like the thicker socks to give the comfort, the extra padding. But that's, don't need the horse armor. I can get rid of that. Okay, and get rid of that saddle as well. You know what? I don't think there's much else I'm going to be doing here. That was a very depressing nether fortress. I guess, I'm just going to have to do some more searching. I think I might have to do it off camera because this could go on forever if I can't find another fortress with it. Oh, anyway, that's enough. Sorry, without the last 2 obsidian blocks. But anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. Take care, live long and live well. Look after yourselves and each other. Goodbye.